welcome to Comer Rico PR, where you will learn how to make delicious Puerto Rican dishes and more. In my second video, I'm going to teach you how to make two basic Puerto Rican recipes that you will use for a lot of great Puerto Rican dishes. Today, I'm going to show you how to make an easy and delicious adobo, and also going to show you how to make a nice achiote oil. These two things, along with the sofrito that we make on the last video, will be the basis for a great Puerto Rican dish, which I will teach you on my next video. If you want to receive that notification of that next video, make sure you subscribe to this channel and you will get notifications when the next videos are coming up. So let's get started.
Okay, so to get started with the adobo, all we're gonna be using on this recipe are gonna be simple ingredients. They're all gonna be dry ingredients that you should be able to find in the grocery store with no problem. We're gonna use one portion of onion powder, one portion of garlic powder, one portion of dry oregano, and then half a portion of pepper and half a portion of salt. In this case, I'm using 2 tablespoons of the onion powder, 2 tablespoons of the garlic powder, and 2 tablespoons of the oregano. In this case, I'm using Mexican oregano. I find that Mexican oregano has a more stronger taste. And for this recipe, since we're gonna use it for a lot of seasoning of meats, I think it just goes very well with it. So in order to get a more easy to use your oregano, I'm going to put it in this little mortar, and I'm going to kind of grind it a little bit. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. I just want to have a more fine oregano in this case. So see easily, all we're gonna do is put it on our mortar. Then we're gonna use it, and then ensure that every little part of the oregano has been grind to a more fine consistency. Since this is dry oregano, it should happen pretty easy. Once you have it all nicely grind, we're gonna put it in our little container here. And as you can see, it's a little finer now, so it's ready to be used. So now we're gonna put our onion powder. Then we'll put our garlic powder. Then we're gonna put our pepper. I like to use a more coarse pepper than just maybe your regular one. So make sure you look for that. You can also use just regular fresh grind pepper. That would be a great addition. But if you don't, if you all you have is in the pepper that is in the can, that's fine. Then we're gonna do our portion of the salt. And this is our fresh, natural made adobo. In Puerto Rican cooking, we use a lot of products that are called adobo. You will be able to find them in the stores. Those are really good. A lot of them I use myself very consistently. However, I find it better to use fresh stuff as much as possible. And this is something that you can make, whatever amount you need. You can also save it in a nice airtight container and use it whenever you need. In this case, I will put mine here in this little plastic container, and then we should have a good amount of adobo for several dishes. So to make your achiote oil, you're gonna need the following ingredients. All you're gonna need is actually two things. You're gonna need oil. In this case, we're gonna use extra virgin olive oil. You can use any oil you have. If you have vegetable oil or corn oil, canola oil, those are fine. I like to use EVOO only because it kind of helps some in a lot of the Puerto Rican dishes with the flavor. So it's a nice oil to be used for this application. We're just gonna put it in our pan, and this is 1 cup of oil. Then we're gonna put our annatto seeds or achiote. This is very easy to find in the store. Uh, you can find it in your or where your spices are. If you go to a Hispanic store, you're more likely to find it easier and probably less expensive than if you go to maybe like a regular store. Only because it will be more easy to find. It should look like this. You will more likely see two different kinds. You will find one that is ground, and you will find one that is in seeds. For this application, you want to use the one that's ground. We're just going to put it in our pan, and all we need to do is just turn on your stove, and I'm going to put it in medium. And basically, once the oil starts warming up, the annatto is going to start releasing this oil. Therefore, that oil is going to get the color, beautiful yellow color of the seeds, and that's how you will know the when it's ready to be turned off. Um, one thing you want to keep in mind in this stage is uh, you have to make sure that you don't overheat the oil, otherwise your seeds can burn, and then you're gonna have a very burning, sour taste to your oil, and it's not gonna be good. You just have to start again. So let's make sure that you keep an eye on your oil when it's cooking. You want to keep it, keep it looking at it, moving it around. You will know once it's working because the oil is gonna have a beautiful color. You want to make sure you move it so it doesn't get stick together. Making sure that all the seeds give you all the color and aroma to your oil. Once you get the color in your oil, you can turn off your stove. Once your oil is ready, all we're gonna do is turn off our stove. And then we're gonna move our oil into a nice glass container. We're gonna use a strainer. We're gonna strain our oil, and because we don't need the seeds anymore. We can now discard our seeds, and this is your achiote oil. So now that you're ready to store your oil, we're gonna use this little plastic container where we can store it on an airtight and on a cold place. You can also put this in the fridge if you want. If you plan to use it right away, then you don't need to store it. But this way you can keep it nice and tight. Make sure that the oil doesn't touch any other surfaces, as this is very, it's gonna have a lot of the colors will stay in the places where the oil is. This way you can keep it nice and airtight, and it's not gonna spill anywhere. And that is the achiote oil.
So here they are, our three basic Puerto Rican ingredients for great Puerto Rican dishes. This is our achiote oil, our sazon, and our sofrito. On our next video, I'm going to show you how to make a great dish with these three basic ingredients. So if you want to be notified for the next video, make sure you subscribe and click on the little bell to make sure that you get those notifications. Thank you for watching.